Hi friend, my name's Sophie. Welcome to your practice. We're going to be moving into some shoulder opening, some binding, some heart opening, chest opening. So if you have two blocks, have them nearby. If you don't have them, no big deal. I will be showing you everything without them. We're going to get started on our backs. So come to lay down, feet wide, knees together with your knees bent. You can take your arms down by your sides or really do anything else that feels good for you. We're just going to take a moment to ground ourselves. So important for the practice that we do this before moving into movement. And take a moment to notice where you are right now, mentally, physically, emotionally. And accept that fully. Just be okay with where you are. There's nothing to change. With acceptance comes freedom. And with freedom comes creativity. So we'll really focus on sparking creativity today. Whatever form of creativity that is for you. It doesn't matter. As long as you're doing something on a regular basis that kind of lights your fire. Whether it's just dancing in the morning, singing, writing. And maybe you don't know what that creative outlet is for you, and that's okay. We have a whole lifetime to figure it out. And take a deep breath in and breathe out of your mouth. Long, soft, slow exhale. And begin to bring your feet in a little closer to each other now. And then bring your knees up in towards your chest. But take your arms wide. So have the palms facing down. And let your knees fall all the way to the right side. Rest them down on the ground. Get your left shoulder more towards the ground. So try to rotate your chest to the left. And then extend your left leg straight. It's going to be floating. Foot is flexed. So this brings a little bit of sensation into the outer left leg. And all the way up into the left shoulder. Maybe you even look to the left a little bit. And bend your knee. Relax your legs. And then bring them up to center. And drop your knees to the left side. And then extend your right leg. Flex the foot. And rotate to the right. And the way that we find creativity is through open awareness and just giving ourselves space to allow. If we never give ourselves that time, then that's where we can get a little bit stuck. Just doing this practice and giving yourself space to just be and move, so vital for our well-being. Rebend the knee, relax the legs, and bring the knees back up to center. And hug your knees into your chest. And then set your feet down onto the ground. Take your arms down by your sides. And lift your hips up for bridge pose. Then we're going to make this dynamic. So as you inhale, bring the hips down and take the arms overhead. And as you exhale, take the arms down by your sides and lift your hips. Inhale, hips down, arms go over. Exhale, hips up, arms go down. Inhale, hips down, arms over. Last one. Exhale, arms down, hips up, and pause here and bridge. If you want to interlace your hands, you can, and roll those shoulder blades underneath of you so your arms are externally rotating. Your pinkies press into the ground. Your hips lift a little higher. Inhale. Exhale, lower back down to the ground. Good. And very gently bring the knees in towards the chest, but keep the knees wide. So you can feel the lower back pressing into the ground, nice and flush to the ground, and rock a little bit side to side. Then bring your knees back in, bring the feet up so your legs are kind of at like a 90-degree angle, and bring your hands behind your head. So we're going to activate the core a little bit. Let's extend the legs straight so the feet are hovering an inch off the ground, and then bring the knees back up. And again, extend. Try to press your low back into the ground and bring the knees back in. Extend. And knees in. Let's do it one more time. Extend. And the knees come back in. Now stay here. Lift your head and chest and shoulders and bring your left elbow towards your right knee for a bicycle as you extend your left leg. And then come to center, extend your both legs, right elbow to left knee. So I call these broken bicycles. Center, extend, left elbow to right knee. Center, hold, right elbow, left knee. Let's do a couple more each side. Keep going. One more each side. Hold here and release. Stretch your arms overhead, stretch your toes. Just take a full body stretch. And then bring the knees into the chest, and we're going to come up into table. So rock it up. Take your time. No rush, and we meet in table. Plant down through your left hand. Reach your right arm up. Extend your right arm higher. Inhale. Exhale, right arm goes through to the left side. Set your shoulder down and walk your left hand forward. Breathe into the openness of the chest. The openness of the heart, and the front of the heart and the back of the heart. And set your left hand back down on the ground in front of your eyes and reach your right arm up. Now listen, stay here. Bring the knees together and sit back for Virasana. So sit on your heels with your toes untucked and take your right arm behind you for a half bind. Put your left hand over to your right knee, lengthen and twist. Plug your both shoulders back as you rotate a little bit more. Then take your left hand over to the left side of your body and take your right arm up and over to the left. So sorry, your left hand to the left side. Did I say that? I don't know. Take a side bend to the left. Start to bring in deep, slow breaths. Ujjayi breath, in and out of the nose. And on inhale, let's reach the arms up. Exhale, put your hands down to the ground, back into table. All right, same flow on the other side. Right hand down, lift your left arm up. Extend. Inhale, expand. Exhale, weave it through. Set your left shoulder down, walk your right hand forward. It doesn't have to be super intense. You know, we're just starting out in the practice, so just a gentle twist, a gentle shoulder stretch. And plant down through your right hand. Let's lift the left arm back up. Inhale, stay here. Put the knees together, keep breathing. Sit back on your heels. Take your left arm behind you into half bind. Right hand to left knee, so you're twisting to the left. Let the breath flow. And then bring the right hand over to the right side and take your left arm up and over to the right. Allow yourself to be in the posture without wanting to run away, without wanting to come out of it. Just be. Let's reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, table. Tuck your toes now. And walk the hands back and again sit back on your heels, just like we did, but now the toes are tucked for toes pose. And you might want to put a little padding under your knees. You can just take your mat and you can just roll it up. In fact, I'm going to do that, so do it with me, or a blanket if you have. And come upright like you're prepping for camel, but reach the arms up. Find that extension through the arms. Knit the ribs gently inwards, just a little bit. Inhale. And exhale, sit down, take your right arm behind you. So twist. So that's kind of our flow. Inhale, reach the arms up. We'll do the other side. Exhale, sit, take the left arm behind. Inhale, reach. Exhale, right side. Keep going with me. Really open when you twist. And then come back up. Let's do one more each side. We're stretching the toes when we do this also. And left arm back. And then come up and stay here with your arms up. Now take your arms behind you. We'll do a little camel pose. Nothing crazy. We haven't done a whole lot of stuff yet. Fingers facing down. Draw the elbows back. Press your hips forward and lean back. Just keep the hands on the lower back for now. Feel the openness through the chest. And rise back up. We're going to come back into table. Untuck your toes if you need to. Maybe tap them out if that felt like a lot for your toes. And retuck them and go back to down dog. So lift your hips up and back. And do what you need to do to settle in to your down dog. Maybe you pedal your legs. Maybe you rock your head a little side to side. Shake your head no. Maybe you lift your heels and lower. Feel the steadiness through the hands pressing down firmly. And again, give yourself the space right here to allow. That space of stillness. Now bring your feet a little wider and walk your hands to the back of the mat. Turn your toes out. And bend your knees like you're coming into malasana, into squat, but don't go all the way down. Just a really low squat, shoulders back. And then re-straighten the legs and fold forward. And bend the knees, open the chest. Straighten and fold. Let's do that a few more times on your own. And the next time you do it, come all the way down fully into malasana, which might not, it looks different for everyone. It might not look like mine, but it doesn't matter. Just come into malasana. You can sit on a block if you need. And take your right arm out in front of your right leg. So you want your tricep touching the inside of your knee, and reach your left arm up. If you ever feel any pain or anything in your back, then back off. Just bring your hands back to your heart. You got to listen to your body. Maybe take a half bind with your left arm if you can. So the back of the hand goes to the right side of your lower back. And reach your arm back up now. Inhale, exhale, hands to your heart. Take your left arm in front of your left leg. Reach your right arm up. So we're just going for a half bind right now. So you can rotate your right arm in and bring the hand behind. Keep pressing your tricep into your knee. And reach your right arm back up and bring your hands to your heart. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your hands down, walk it out into plank, all the way out. Inhale, and exhale, lower all the way down to the ground. And take your arms straight out in front of you. Rest your head down. I'm not resting mine because I don't want to mess up my microphone. But you rest your head down for a moment here. Maybe wiggle your hips. Okay, now lift your head and your chest and your arms. Keep your feet down. Spread your toes. Press your feet into the ground. We'll take the arms out wide. Rotate the arms inwards. Keep pressing your pelvis into the ground so that you're tucking your tailbone a little bit. And bring your hands, make fists and bring your hands together at the mid back, but don't touch. And hover the hands so you're not touching the back either. Keep looking down. Keep lifting. Reach the arms out wide. They're still internally rotated. Now externally rotate so that the hands are facing forward. Reach the arms forward into full Superman and then lift your legs up. We're going to do that again with the legs lifted. Take the arms out wide. Rotate the arms inwards. Bring the fists towards each other. Hold. Take the arms out wide. Rotate the arms the other way so the palms are facing forward, and then reach your arms forward. Keep everything lifted. Put your hands underneath your shoulders and lift up for Cobra. Inhale. Exhale. Come into tabletop and then downward facing dog. Breath in and out. Let it go. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Take a moment to breathe into this space of stillness. All right. Let's come into a chair pose. Bend your knees. Sweep your arms up. We're going to be moving through a sun B variation. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank. Good. Pause here. Lower onto your forearms. Come back up onto your hands. Try not to move your back. Downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up. Bend your knee, open your hip. Plug the left hip back so that you're not overly extending. Re-straighten the right leg and step your foot between your hands. Warrior one. Put your back heel down, reach your arms up. Settle. Firm through your back leg. Arms wide. And take the right arm underneath the left arm for eagle arms. Open up, take a little tiny back bend. And then go inside of your right knee for a humble warrior variation. So humble warrior with eagle arms. Root down through your feet, rise back up. Keep your eagle arms. And then unwind your arms, bring them down, and reach them up again. Inhale, warrior one. Hands down to the ground inside of your right foot. And go and travel into lizard. So slide your right foot to the right and put your back knee down. And put your forearms down on the ground. I'm going to stay here. If you have a different variation you want to take in lizard, feel free. We'll be here for a couple breaths. Try to press down into the top of your back foot though, regardless. We'll make our way back onto the hands if you're not there already. Tuck your toes, lift your back knee. And step back into plank silently as you can. Good. Shift forward, lower down halfway, hold, and then rise back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Breath in, breath out. Lift your left leg up, bend your knee, open your hip. Plug the right hip back. Straighten your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Rise up to a warrior one. Bend into your left knee. Feel the solidity, the strength, and the power through your body. Take your arms wide. And take your left arm under your right for eagle arms. Bend it backwards. Inhale. Exhale, fold inside of your left knee. Rise back up. Unwind your arms, release them down by your sides. Reach your arms up again. Inhale, bend deep into your front knee. Hands inside of your foot. And lizard. Slide it out. Set your back knee down. Untuck your back toes. Maybe forearms or some other variation if you like. Forearms may not reach the ground. You might have your hands on the ground. That's okay. Not a competition. And whatever you choose, just be there fully. Let's rise back up onto the hands. Arrive up to your hands from wherever you are. Lift your back knee and silently step back to plank. Shift forward, either stay or lower down chaturanga. Come back up to plank. Downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. And then look forward and step or hop to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Chair pose, bend your knees, sweep your arms up. Stand all the way up, hands to your heart. Arms down by your sides. Reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back through your vinyasa so you can go down into chaturanga. This time up dog if you'd like. And downward facing dog. Breath in. Let it go. Lift your right leg up, inhale. Exhale, knee to right upper arm. Shift your weight forward, tap. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to left upper arm, shift it forward, hold. Extend your leg out to the left side off of the mat. Rock star pose, lift your left arm up. You're on the bottom of the back foot, so you're not just on the toes, you put the heel down. Maybe lift your right leg up. Can you keep it lifted as we go back to three-legged dog? Inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Pause here, low lunge. Rise up to high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. And reach forward. Put your right hand down inside of your right foot and lift your left arm up. Now you can either stay here or you can go for a half bind or you can go for a full bind. Rotate your right rib cage towards your left rib cage. So you really want your chest open to the left side. See if you can wrap your right thigh or right butt cheek underneath of you towards the wall that you're facing or whatever you're facing right now. Let's open the arms back up so you're in side angle. Rise up to warrior two and straighten your right leg. Rebend the right knee, flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the ground into low lunge. Set your back knee down on the ground. Reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow over. And press those hands together. Lift your back knee if you want. That's optional. Another option to do a bind here. So I know it's a lot of binding, so listen to your body. If you're binding, first you split the arms, and then you go into your bind, trying to clasp hands here. Legs are strong. Hips squeeze together. Shoulders move back. if you have your bind. Unwind the arms, hands back to your heart. Let's put the knee down. Come back to center. Reach the arms to the sky, hands down to the ground. Lift your back knee and straighten your right leg. That should feel really good now. So modified pyramids, your back heel's lifted. Just fold over your right leg. I'll give you some freedom here to express this pose how you want. And then let's rebend the knee, plant the left hand down, reach the right arm up, and let's step back into a side plank. So right foot steps on top of left foot, and you hold. A little challenge here, this is optional, lift your right leg. Now we're gonna come into a one-legged plank. So right hand down, keep the right leg lifted. Reach your left arm forward. Put your left hand back down, shift forward, lower down halfway for chaturanga. And both feet down for upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Breath in, let it go. All right, hope you're still with me. Lots of stuff, lots of movement. Feeling good, let's lift the left leg up. Inhale, exhale, left knee to left upper arm, shift it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to right upper arm, hold. Extend your leg out to the ground. Lift your right arm up, put your back heel down. And then option to lift your left leg. And then put your hands down, three-legged dog, lift it up, inhale. Exhale, step your foot between your hands, low lunge. Rise up to high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Move forward, put your left hand down, right arm up. Either stay here, or you're gonna go for your bind, but before you go for your bind, it's really important that you're kind of shifting the weight forward. So as your left knee bends, your right thigh gets strong, and your tailbone draws down a little bit. And take a half bind, take a full bind maybe, and maintain all of that. So the more your left knee is bent, the more space you have to be in that bind. Shoulders are back. Let's take one more breath here. Let's open the arms up. Rise up to warrior two. Straighten the leg. Whew. Bend the knee, flip the left palm, reverse. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down into low lunge. Set your back knee down and reach your arms up. Bring your hands to your heart and take a twist to your left. So either stay here or split or lift your back knee. Or maybe you split your arms, and if you do that, you really want to get your right elbow over to the left as much as possible. Maybe you go for that full bind. Then open the arms if you're in the bind, hands to your heart, knee down, come to center, reach your arms up, inhale, and exhale, put your hands down, lift your back knee, straighten your left leg, oh yeah. Take a few moments here. Enjoy. Okay, now let's bend the left knee, plant the right hand, lift the left arm up, and step back into side plank. If you want the challenge, lift your left leg up and come into a one-legged plank. Your left leg stays lifted. Reach your right arm forward. Hold yourself steady. Put your right hand back down. Chaturanga, up dog. downward facing dog. Inhale, exhale. Take your feet wide, walk your hands to the back of the mat. I'm going to turn to face you, but you stay where you are. Squat, malasana. Hands to your heart. We did a lot of stuff on the wrists. Let's stretch the backs of the wrists. Well, put the backs of the hands together to stretch the wrists into flexion. And then hands back to your heart. So take your right arm, this is an arm, out to the right, and your left arm up. You might stay here. If you want to travel a little further, you can go into your half bind with your top arm, and then your full bind with your bottom arm, but you really want to get that right arm in front of the knee, and that gives you more space to bring it around. So if you have the full bind, let's try something fun. We're going to put all the weight into the right foot. Put all the weight into the left foot. Lift the right heel. And we're going to stand up, keeping the bind. So take the right leg with you as you come all the way up. And we work to balance here. Good. So you can stay here, or if you want to, undo your bind and take another kind of bind where the right arm is going to go underneath the leg. And this brings us into bird of paradise. Totally optional. And if you have that, you'll rebend the knee. And wherever you are, slowly come back down. Undo the arms, hands to your heart. And we're back in Malasana. Take a breath. Let's take the left arm out in front of the left leg and lift the right arm up. Maybe you take your half bind. First, you want to internally rotate that top arm and then bring it around. And then bring your left arm around and clasp. And put all the weight into your right foot. Start to slide the left foot in, lift the heel, and slowly start to stand up. Make sure you smile. And then if you want to switch your bind, to take another kind of a bind, maybe in our bird of paradise, maybe straighten the leg. My leg doesn't go super straight in bird of paradise. And you know what? We haven't done a lot of hamstring opening, so might not go as far as you normally do. Bend your knee and slowly come back down from wherever you are and bring your hands to your heart and open your chest. Oh, let's fold. Let's give those hips a break and take a nice fold. Let it go. Great job. Good. Then come back into down dog and set your knees down. Let's take a nice cat pose for a couple seconds. So you're rounding chin into the chest. And then come into cow and open. And back into cat. One more time, cow. Feels so good on the neck. And cat. Back to neutral. We'll come through to a seat. So let's sit on down and take the legs in front of us because we did so much opening. So let's do the opposite. Let's close it off a bit. Let's bend the knees, reach your arms up, and fold, grab onto your feet. But then once you get your feet or your ankles, I want you to re-lengthen the spine. So you have as much length as possible, like you're doing a half lift or a cobra. And then hinge forward even more, and then start to relax the upper body and the neck. And then if your knees are bent and you want to straighten them, you can. But if you compromise your form in the upper body, then it's best to have them bent. It's a lot better for alignment. And start to rise up slowly. And then lay down onto your backs. And bring your knees into your chest. And set your feet down on the ground. Arms down by your sides. We'll do a back bend here. We'll do a bridge or a wheel because we are pretty open in the upper body, so let's go for it. So if you're doing your bridge, you're lifting your hips up, hands down by your sides, palms face down, maybe you interlace your hands. If you'd like to go into a wheel and you know that you'll be safe doing so, you can put your hands by your ears with your fingers facing the front of the mat and press up. Wherever you are, let's take about 3 breaths. These are slow breaths. When you're ready, tuck your chin, lower it down, or if you're in bridge, you can just simply lower down without tucking your chin. And take a moment to windshield wiper the legs. The arms can be in cactus or overhead. Then bring the knees back to center. Keep your arms overhead. If they're not there, bring them up. Now, listen carefully. This one's an unusual pose. Slide your left foot to the center of the mat and drop your left knee to the left. Put your right foot on top of your left knee and slide your left foot closer towards your right butt cheek so that you can take your right hand and grab onto your left foot. Take your left arm, reach it across over to the right side like overhead. So you're taking a side bend, move your right shoulder down a little bit. And anchor down through your left knee. Feel the rise and fall of the belly, the movement of the belly. Notice how when the mind is a little bit more quiet here, that awareness is a little bit more still. We start to get in touch with our true nature, our true selves. And come back to center and slowly unwind, unravel. I'm calling that pretzel pose. Bring your right foot to the right and drop your knee to the right and put your left foot on top of your right knee. And slide your right foot closer towards you so you can grab on with your left hand. The right arm goes overhead and reaches over to the left side. And you're bringing your left shoulder towards your left hip so that you can get this opening through the right side of the body, the right side of the torso, and anchor down through your right thigh. So you start to feel maybe a little bit of a stretch in the right hip flexors. So there's a lot going on in this stretch. And that's why I like it. Let's take one more full breath. And slowly start to unravel. And bring your knees into your chest, give a nice squeeze. And then we'll release for Shavasana. You can take this however you want, however it feels comfortable. Close the eyes, soften. Walt Whitman said that there is an artist within every human. Use this stillness to give your mind that space of allowing. Begin to bring awareness and movement back into the body slowly. Touch your thumb to each fingertip. And then perhaps extend your arms overhead and stretch it out. Bend your knees, roll over to one side. Pause there for a moment. And slowly come up to a seat. Thank you for practicing. I'd love to know what you thought about it, so let me know down below in the comments. If you're not subscribed, subscribe so that I can continue putting out these classes and so that we can practice together. Let's bring the palms together at the heart and we'll bow together in gratitude for this practice. Thank you.